Hello and welcome to the final part of Midnight, the Stars and You, the Allick Bowlly story. Part 4, The Final Years. Al resumed his association with Lou Stone in 1938, appearing with his band in Variety and for a summer season doubling Butlin's holiday camps in Clacton and Skegness, plus more radio and recordings together. It was the first time the band had appeared for Butlin, and they played opposite the Mantovani Orchestra.
About now, and I want the world to know just why the moon's aglow, why stars are winking up above. I'm in love. I've something to sing about now. My heart is so full of song, just couldn't hold it long. I want to brag a little love. I'm in love. I never knew why the robin spent hours a-singing sweet little ditties to the flowers. I thought he sang just because it was spring, but now I know we would love, for I have felt the same thing. I've something to sing about now, and someday I'm gonna try singing a lullaby. Who said that heaven's up above? I'm in love.
Al with Mantovani, something to sing about. Al then made a series of recordings with Geraldo, some of his best ever, making 1939 a rewarding year for him. But he hit rock bottom in 1940 with only a few bookings as a soloist and dance band vocalist, and in sheer desperation he went out on tour with an obscure guitarist and vocalist, the latter being open for debate. His name was Jimmy Messene, sometimes known as Messene. They played second-rate cinemas and theatres as the radio stars with two guitars, and they made a few records, but it was a dreadful downfall for Al, although he needed the money badly.
kiss you in the morning. You're in my dreams till dawning. I seem to see your vision so clear. You cling to me and make it appear you love me. I kiss you in the blue light, there in our rendezvous light. But with the dawn I miss you in the morning, when you're gone, sweetheart. Every word, every sigh, every kiss. Thanks for everything, for bringing me moments like this, for taking the skies of gray and making them blue, for taking my cares away. I tip my heart to you. So thanks for everything, every thrill in your tender caress. Thanks to you alone for all that I'll ever possess. You gave me my reason to dream, and made every dream come true. And so for everything, my thanks to you.
I Miss You in the Morning, and Thanks for Everything, both with Geraldo's orchestra. He broadcast, recorded and appeared at the Café de Paris for Ken Snakehips Johnson in 1940, and continued to record solo for HMV and did troupe concerts with Jimmy Messene. After their performance at the Rex Theatre High Wycombe on April 16, 1941, he did a cabaret spot at the Berkeley Hotel and then returned to his flat at Duke's Court on the corner of Duke and German Streets. Usually he went to Lyon's Corner House after he finished his gigs and would sit there till almost dawn, talking to a group of gangsters who were fans of his and enjoyed hearing stories about his career. But this night he went straight home. Silently, a landmine fell close to his block of flats just after midnight, and although structural damage to the building was not severe, Al was killed instantly by the blast. Some say he was found in bed where he had been reading a book, whilst others say he was hurled to the floor. By his side in the room was a guitar which Archie Slavin had lent him when he returned home from America, because he didn't possess one then. It was one of the first guitars that Archie ever bought, a rather special Gibson, which he treasured and which was worth a great deal of money. Jimmy Messene promised he would get it back for him, but he never did. Moni Alita and his wife Betty, who had the flat directly beneath Al's, were lucky enough to be at their seaside retreat in Bexhill when the air raid occurred. Alerted to return home immediately, they found bodies laid out in sacks in the entrance hall, and no doubt Al's was one of them. Some say Al had had a premonition of his death, which was to do with a dream he had. Then, of course, he was further upset by the death of his friend, West Indian band leader Ken Johnson, who was killed along with most of the band when a bomb crashed through the roof of the Café de Paris, where he was appearing. And by strange coincidence, Al had done his last broadcast with Ken.
It was a lover and his lass with a hey and a ho and a hey nonny no, that all the green cornfields did pass in the springtime, the only pretty ring time, when birds do sing hey ding-a-ding-ding, sweet lovers love the spring. Between the acres of the rye, with the hey and a ho and a hey nonny no, these pretty country folks would lie.
In the springtime, the only pretty ring time, when birds do sing hey ding-a-ding-ding, sweet lovers love the spring.
This carol they began the hour with the hey and a ho and a hey nonny no, how that a life was but a flower.
In the springtime, the only pretty ring time, when birds do sing hey ding-a-ding-ding, ding-a-ding-a-ding-a, sweet lovers love the spring.
And therefore take the present time with a hey and a ho and a hey nonny no, for love is crowned with the prime.
Springtime, whoa, springtime, the only pretty ring time, when birds do sing hey hey, a ding-a-ding-a, a ding-a-ding-ding.
Oh, sweet lovers love the spring.
Sweet lovers love the spring.
always stir my imagination. Sometimes it borders on fantasy, and sometimes I find visions flash through my mind, close to reality. Night, a soft guitar, a hidden lane, a moon, and here and there a star, for a man and his dream. Night, a cricket's cry, a whispered word, a kiss, and now and then a sigh, for a man and his dream. And their eyes, when they meet, seem to say it's sublime, and their hearts proudly beat to a tune that is older than time. Night must fade away, and yet it leaves a love, so all the world will say there's a man and his dream. And their eyes, when they meet, seem to say it's sublime, and their hearts proudly beat to a tune that is older than time. Night must fade away, and yet it leaves a love, so all the world will say there's a man and his dream.
Ironically, his last recording with Jimmy Messene featured two seemingly prophetic titles: When That Man Is Dead and Gone, referring to Hitler, and Nicky the Greek Is Gone, both recorded April 2nd, 1941, 2 weeks before he was killed. Both tunes were arranged and the accompaniment directed by top pianist Pat Dodd, who by that time was in the RAF, and indeed did the session in uniform.
Tonight a place keeps haunting me, it lingers in my memory. Tonight I seem to realize I miss the smiling dark brown eyes.
Nicky the Greek has gone, Nicky the Greek has gone.
I miss his cry on peanuts, my lady, peanuts I have for you.
Standing
Against the wall, not more than 5 feet tall, you'd find him there in all kinds of weather, smiling to one and all. He was no Adonis, I declare, a man you'd meet most everywhere. Yet deep down in my heart I know he's back in the land where all is grow. Somehow I want to cry, I know the reason why. Nicky the Greek has gone and I'm sorry we didn't say goodbye. Yasu, Yasu Nikaki, Niki, you mean the world to me. Yasu, Yasu Nikaki, bless you wherever you may be. Κάποιο μυστικό θέλω να σου πω, σ' αγαπώ, σ' αγαπώ, σ' αγαπώ. Αχ, πως σε ποθώ, άστρο μου λαμπρό, σ' αγαπώ, σ' αγαπώ, σ' αγαπώ. Γεια σου, γεια σου Νικάκη, Νίκη, you mean the world to me. Γεια σου Νικάκη, bless you wherever you may be.
When that man is dead and gone, when that man is dead and gone, we'll go dancing down the street, kissing everyone we meet. When that man is dead and gone, what a day to wake up on, what a way to greet the dawn. Some fine day the news will flash, Satan with a small mustache is asleep beneath the lawn. When that man is dead and gone, Satan, Satan, thought up a plan, dressed as a man, walking the earth, and since he began, the world is hell for you and me. But what a heaven it will be when that man is dead and gone. When that man is dead and gone. When they lay him 12 feet deep, I'll be there to laugh, not weep. When that man is dead and gone. What a day to wake up on, what a way to greet the dawn. Satan will take him by the hand to meet old Goering's Luftwaffe band. When that man is dead and gone, when that man is dead and gone. Some fine day the news will flash, Satan with a small mustache is asleep beneath the lawn. When that man is dead and gone.
What a day to wake up on, what a way to greet the dawn.
When a certain man is dead and gone.
Al was buried in a communal grave at the Westminster City Council Cemetery in Uxbridge Road, Hanwell, on April 26, 1941. A minister of the Greek Orthodox Church conducted the funeral service. Among the handful of friends who were present were his girlfriend, Helen Bevan, Jimmy Messene and Chick Henderson. Some days after the funeral, Lou Stone received a phone call from Helen. She'd found a new flat in the Edgware Road and suggested that Lou might like to come round and look through Elle's possessions with her to decide what should be done with them. Lou was amazed to discover how little there was. No souvenirs or mementos of his travels, no letters from friends or fans, no papers, contracts, clippings, prizes, lucky charms, or treasured objects. No furniture or household effects of any kind. To the end, Elle travelled light. As a personal souvenir, Lou Stone took away 6 records on the Decca label, featuring Lou Stone and his Monseigneur Band, with vocal refrain by Allick Bowlly.
Midnight and a rendezvous. Your eyes held a message tender, saying I surrender all my love to you. Midnight brought us sweet romance. I know all my whole life through, I'll be remembering you, whatever else I do. Midnight, where the stars and you.
I wish to extend my sincere thanks to Jeffrey Orr for his assistance in the production of this program. Midnight, The Stars and You. The Life of Allick Bowlly was researched, written and produced by Alex Hare